Yeah, and it was 31 degrees a few days ago in the afternoon. But it's suddenly come out sunny. It was cloudy for the second half of the drive up here. And now it's come out sunny, so...
No rain.
No rain. Oh, I hope not. It's supposed to be perfectly sunny, not a cloud in the sky, according to the forecast. So, oh, I guess the sun's right behind us. This is probably not going to look that good. No. Okay, so let's get going. We are hiking down the little road that leads to the actual Bruce Trail. I think someone lives at the end of this. And basically this community consists of this road with, I think, 2 houses, one at the end of this road and one at the other end. And then just a little way up, there's a major crossroad. And it looks like there's maybe half a dozen houses up there. And they call it a hamlet, but it doesn't appear to have a name. And so it's 1 kilometer from car parking spot to where we actually start into real trail. So we're heading down, the trail. This is the Bruce Trail. And it's, in this case, going between, for instance, that property and through those trees. Just beyond the field is a road. So the trail is going parallel to the road here. The problem we run into is cold ears. I feel like I could have used, in addition to a sweater, a neck warmer and earmuffs, which is a strange thing to feel like you need in May hiking. And it's there's a lot of dew in all the plants on the floor of the forest. Probably because of the cold temperature last night. I seem to remember the forecast was for 4. And we are crossing a road. Oh, this is that little, yeah, it's the dotted line on the AllTrails map. This would have been a shortcut to get in, but they do prefer you park up by the cemetery, so I decided, even though there was no sign down by the road, I decided not to park there. So the trail has entered the provincial park and we come out to a field and the trail continues along like this. And it's been mowed, so you're not walking through tall grass in a little tiny rut that comprises the trail. I had to put on my baseball cap to try and preserve a little heat that was leaking out of my head, but it doesn't keep my ears warm. They're still cold. There's a few mosquitoes around. They have good intentions, at least for themselves, but they don't seem to actually be able to master the idea of light on a person and draw blood. They seem to sort of crash into you, and they're very confused. But there was quite a few of them at one point when we were in a damp spot. So if it was like 25 degrees, we'd need bug repellent. But today, we need cold ice packs, no, heat packs to warm up. Earmuffs would be better. It's not that it's fingers and toes. It's ears. There's a breeze. So I believe what we're getting is like our 7 degrees, or maybe it's up to 8 now. But we've got a wind chill factor bringing it right down. So this crevice, I've been able to walk down part of it. Just because of the way I guess part of it caved in. And then if you go around this part of the crevice, let's see if I can. And then I can look over it. I'm using the selfie stick. Safer. And then there's another piece of crevice there. Okay, back to the trail. And you get to walk along the edge of the crevice, nice and safe, well back from it. Found a little lookout above the escarpment, but it's dark in here with all the trees, so I don't know how well that comes out, but it looks nice when you're there. And so we're just walking along at the top of the escarpment right now, which by the way is a lot more pronounced than it was when we started. Reasonable bits of climbing, not too much, not too high up, but steep bits. Like a 20-foot ascent, 10-foot ascent. I find we're walking a lot faster to try and keep warm. Oh yes. I don't know if that's coming out, but it's quite a little gully down there. So we've come up across this, and we said, well, if someone's built a wall there, there's obviously something that you want to see past it. So that goes down an awful long way. bees in the trees. And the wind blowing noises. Fortunately, it's creating a wind chill factor on my ears. And it's the end of May. So we're walking along the trail and we come to something that just so obviously looks like a lookout. Oh, this is really... Yeah. I'm not comfortable standing here. Oh, I'm not comfortable out there. It slopes down slightly. It's not level. So we've taken a side trail that comes out by this lake again. So we've now done 3 sides of the lake, and the most interesting part, I think, is going to be the 4th side. The reason being, it's a dam. When we were on the other side, I was saying to Jenny, doesn't that look like a dam at the other side? And she didn't get what I was talking about. So we were standing over on that little place right across that juts out a bit. And I was looking over here and I said, it seems like we're looking at the trees only the top half when you look out over past the end of the shore. So that told me that it was probably a dam. This isn't a beaver dam. It's a man-made dam because it's huge. It's quite, it goes back quite a way. And then look how flat the edge is. Okay, there's no need to walk all the way across to the other side, I don't think. So we can go back to rejoin the Bruce Trail. Okay, Jenny, do you believe me now it's a dam?
Yeah, it is a dam. It's a big dam.
Yeah. Okay, so we just came down a very long descending stretch of trail. We seem to at one point have been sort of on the top of the escarpment, and now it appears as though we're down at the bottom. And just thought I'd come to a lookout at the river, so we are assuming this is Noisy River. The mosquitoes are starting to buzz and light, so I guess they got the final degree they needed. Oh, stretching. On a bridge. Well, it's nice to have that guardrail there.
That rock looks like a turtle.
Okay, it does. Oh, now we get to climb again. So we made it up the hill to Simcoe Road 9, and I forgot to take a picture. We decided to turn around because there's a lot of road work before you get back in the trail. So this is our turnaround point. And this is one heck of a long stretch of uphill trail. We're going down it, but I was a little too huffing and puffing to be turning on the camera. But it is a very long trail, and I got quite warm. Got the heart rate up to 77%. When I got to the top and turned around and started heading down, it was down at 56%. which is usually I rest about 50%. So it's a very welcomed piece of trail. And the nice thing is, once we get down this again and cross the bridge at the bottom over the river, we get to do the same slope going up the other side. So it's noon, and we walked along that whole piece of dam along the side of that lake. So we're across from that point that we were at earlier.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be.
And then you can go down in here. Yeah, this is pretty deep. And it's still going down. Oh. Oh, and that goes down a long way down there. That's a cave. Oh, so that one kind of closed over at the top. There's a tree growing out of that rock up there. And then you can walk down here. And I guess you're kind of out. Yeah, so would that be the side of the escarpment? Well, I guess just all that stuff broke away many thousands or millions of years ago and left this crack here. I better go back. Jenny's not going to know where I am. And then up here. Like she's strolling rather than hiking. She's got her hands in her pockets. So we've reached the end of the woods portion of the trail portion of the hike, and we come out to a lane that leads to a road, and it's about 900 meters or 1,000 to get to the car here.